Hello, this is JilliBling. How are you today? Okay, another idea with Sweet Conversations product suite. What do you think? Cute, isn't it? And this is the designer paper. Then here's another one. And this background paper was last year's celebration, so any black and white paper you have will be just fine if you don't have this. I know a lot of people have a lot of it. I really like how these all came out. So we'll be using Sweet Conversations stamp set, and you know, maybe not so much the dies because I hand cut just about everything. I was trying to use my brother's scan and cut to cut these out, but it didn't work. I had to hand cut them. And then ink pads, Real Red, Highland Heather, Blushing Bride, and Whisper White. Okay. So here we go. This is some new ribbon. It is called Faux Linen Ribbon. Real red. It works really nice. Got a little piece cut for the project, and see how soft it is. It makes beautiful bows, but we'll be using just a little bit of that. These are new. They're called Polished Dots, and I'll show you on the projects where I use some of the, this looks like maybe petal pink, and then the clear. This one has the clear on it, and this one has the petal pink. Aren't those fun? They look like those little drops that they put on the paper that you just peel it off. They're in different colors and you eat them. So, kind of candy-like. This is for the greeting, and that's heat embossed. So I was saying that I cut the images out of the paper, and I had 2 packages of paper, and counting through these, I wanted to make sure everyone has a lollipop. Oh, you know, this is something good to show you. A lollipop and quite a few of the different candies. But this piece right here, I'm sure you've run into this, where it cut off the stick, and then this piece had just the stick. So if you stick them together, you can't even tell, and you just trim that out. But I think you could get 17 or 18 lollipops per package of designer paper. So I think I have 35 here. Oh, plus the samples. So 37, 38. And then these are just extra. So here are the papers, and I'll put the paper cut sizes on my blog. It might be a few days before I do that. Okay, so let's just start assembling this. This is Blushing Bride, and this is going to be the place to hold the little candy cutouts. Okay, the designer paper, I think dots this time. Blushing Bride paper base. Okay, so this is inside. We'll work on that in just a minute. The designer paper, we could just stick that down. And then this is going to go on right about here with dimensionals, but I want to put this little piece of ribbon on. So to do that, pull out your glue dots. There's one right there. Put it right about in the middle. Okay, the glue dot is on there. And then fold this in half, trying to get an angle so that the 2 pieces are separate at the end. Then, using your snips, and if your snips don't behave, that means it's time for a new pair of snips. Okay, so I'm going to attach this on the underside of this square, this layered square. So I put another glue dot right on there, and I'll have it right about here. It doesn't matter too much where you put it. And then I'll put dimensionals back here. So today we went out to the kids' house. It's been a few weeks, maybe a month since I've been there, and they've been doing so much work. They got a new island for Christmas, and it was great to see that. And they've been pulled out all the carpet, putting hardwood floor in, and it looks so good. Okay, all these pieces I cut out, and I cut out a lot of tiny hearts thinking I would put them on the inside, and I kept not using them. So I'm not sure what we're going to do here today. So I'd suggest at first, after you cut these, oh, this one I didn't cut out all the way. And it takes a little bit to cut them out, your pieces of candy. So I'd suggest kind of laying them out where you might like them, and keeping in mind that the Happy Valentine is going to be added on there too. And yes, I did put that one on purposely crooked. You know what, let's do the Happy Valentine because that's going to take up some of the space here. So to do that, not that it's that hard, right here on this red paper with Whisper White, I will stamp Happy Valentine, Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll do it a few times just because I've got the ink ready and I could put them all in the powder at once. Somebody will appreciate that. And because they're going to be all cut apart and separate, it doesn't matter if it's crooked, oops, or not equal. Don't want to lose any little hearts. So I'm going to take just one of these. I'll just pick the bottom one and cut somewhat close. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sure one part is a little bit closer than the other, but that's okay. Okay, and then let's make this end equal. Then Happy, or maybe I should cut them all separate. I'll try that. Something different. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so let's say that these go I think I like them a little bit crazy, maybe. Okay, so we have that. There's only one purple one, so let's put that in the middle. Little candies. And there's this big one. That one, because this one is big, let's put this other big one here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And maybe no hearts, because on this one I put hearts. This one has plenty of hearts on it. So this one, no hearts. Maybe on the inside we'll put some of them. So let's stick this down. I'll put this one down with liquid glue, or how about I'll start with the Lollipop. So the Lollipop can go with dimensionals at the top and liquid glue at the bottom. Okay, and this big one could be liquid glue, and I'm just kind of staggering, alternating them, dimensionals, no dimensionals. Oop, too big. Just a tiny little thing, only one dimensional. Okay, and the big heart can go down with glue. Then this one can go in the middle with glue. And then a dimensional on this one. Then the Happy Valentine's Day, that could go on with dimensionals too. Okay, so depends on how tiny I cut this. I might have to cut these dimensionals in half. That's hiding, maybe. So it's either have it straight or make sure that it's offset. Otherwise, people think, is that crooked? Did you put that on there crooked? So I'm taking a tiny dimensional, cutting it in half. If I didn't cut my words so small, I probably wouldn't have to do this. The day looks a little bit bigger than Valentine's. No. Had to cut it in half. Okay. So now it's time for those, what do they call them? Some kind of dots. Polished dots. And let's do clear with this. So how about a big one? Right about here. And two little ones. Just like that. Okay, that's cute. Kind of simple, but cute. Okay, so for the inside, let's go back and look at these. There's this one right here. I like how that came out. So maybe we could do that. This one is cute with the XOXO. Okay, let's do this one here. So to do that, in this set, there are 5 different conversation, what are the conversation candies? So let's do those. Do those in real red. You know, these cards, they could go to a girlfriend or co-worker. It doesn't have to be. Maybe these are a little bit more kid, I don't know. You know what, all those cutout hearts, I don't think I'm going to use them. So there's two of the big size, this one, and two of the kind of the short heart. One, here's the other one, BFF. right there. And then there's this a little bit, it's a smaller heart but kind of elongated. And I just want to fill in the bottom. Now the thing is, remembering which heart I put where, so when I fill it in, and you know it doesn't fit exactly perfect, so it'll be fine. Okay, so big one. And when I line it up, I'm trying to line up this right here, the top of the heart. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Like that one, I missed this edge, but it just looks like a highlight. That's fine. Yeah, I planned that. And then lastly is the little heart. So that one is way off, but I still think it's just fine. Okay. Wow, I think this is already done. Let me stick this in here. And I will put everything used on my blog, which is JilliBling.com, and it'll have links if you want to get your own Sweet Conversation bundle. So, there it is. That went together fast. And there's a few different variations, but they all look good. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Bye.